Hey, I'm Rejected Shotgun. In my last video I posted, I showed off the Flyable Pelican mod for Halo Infinite. There's a link at the top right if you haven't seen that yet. I highly recommend watching it. But today, as that intro shows, I've got something pretty exciting for you. This is the Flyable Banished Phantom. This thing is an absolute beast. There's nothing quite like it in any of the mainline Halo games. I did not think I was going to be flying this thing anytime before Halo Infinite's campaign came out, but here I am. Now, this thing is kind of crazy. There's been a lot of discussion in the community about its design, people saying it looks too simplistic, but honestly, I have really started to enjoy the design of this the more and more that I've been messing around with it. I think it looks really, really cool. Now, I'm going to jump inside of this thing here, and you can see, many of you might not know this, but in the previous Halo titles, you actually could not very easily get inside of any of the Phantoms, as there would be a lot of invisible barriers and things. But in Halo Infinite, you can actually walk around the entirety of this thing, and it's kind of crazy. One thing to note about this is that there is a grav lift spot right here, but it looks like it's totally sealed up and it's going to take some kind of animation or function to open it, and I assume that's how lots of troops will be dropped off in campaign. One thing I noticed about this that I don't think anyone has really seen yet is that there are these plasma cannons on the side of the Phantom here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe these are anywhere in Halo Infinite's multiplayer as of right now, November 23rd. And it's looking pretty interesting, a very Covenant design on this plasma cannon. I can go ahead and operate this thing, and you can see it's pretty sweet. Now, this Phantom is almost completely finished from what I can tell. The entire thing has a ton of destruction physics, which I'll show later on in the video when I blow this thing up. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and hop in the driver's seat, and you can see what it's like to fly the Banished Phantom. Once you hop inside this thing, you get a pretty good view of everything around you. And I will note right off the bat, yeah, this thing's effects look kind of crazy when you're flying it. It looks a lot more normal from the sides and things when you're not a pilot of it, but yeah, I admit it, it looks kind of crazy. But flying this thing around as an actual vehicle is pretty slick. It's a lot faster than the Pelican seems to be, and it has really good handling. While the Pelican is locked vertically, so you can only have the vehicle facing forward, the Phantom has the ability to look all the way up and down. And as a side note, it has very fast left and right handling compared to the Pelican as well. It can slide pretty quickly. You can't hear it very well, but you'll be able to hear it better later on in the video once I'm showing off footage without my commentary, but the sounds on this thing are really nice. I absolutely love how it sounds. It's really creepy and a bit scary sounding, and I think that is perfect for this thing. It has such a scary and angular design compared to all the previous Covenant Phantoms in the other mainline Halo games, so I think this is a really good fit. There's a couple of cool things about this Phantom. One is the fact that it has these big searchlights on the front. You can't see it very well unless I use my mouse to flick very quickly, but you can kind of see there's these big searchlights that illuminate the entire rocky walls of the map. I assume in campaign at night this is going to look very spooky and also very reminiscent of Halo 3 ODST's searchlight phantoms. That is something I'm very much looking forward to on campaign's launch. I have to admit, the handling on this Phantom feels amazing. The animations and everything, the subtle ones that it has anyway, where it kind of bobs left and right and up and down, are a good touch, and just being able to fly around in this relatively large space here on Deadlock is a lot of fun. It's really important that I note that in my last video, the Pelican, once I was able to spawn it in, had the driver's seat fully able to be accessed by players. However, the driver's seat on the Banished Phantom was not accessible to players by default. I had to manually swap it out for something similar to the Warthog's driver's seat and able to actually fly this vehicle. So that's not necessarily a confirmation of anything, but that's what the Phantom is at in its current state. I will say, poking around the files, I think it's a safe bet to say these dropships may be flyable at some point or another, but I can't confirm nor deny that right now. There's no telling what 343's plans are, and I don't want to put any words in their mouth. In any case, this thing looks absolutely mean. Using my mouse to kind of flick around, you can get a good view of how this thing looks in flight, and it is absolutely cool. The front of this thing is really nice. Flying it from the back looks a little strange with all the flickering lights and stuff going on, but once you get that front angle, I am personally a huge fan. And I know, crazy controversial opinion, but I genuinely do like that design. Okay, I'm gonna set this Phantom down, and I'm gonna do my best to blow it up. Okay, I think we've got a pretty good view of the Phantom here. I'm gonna lay some fire into it so you can see what the damage effects look like on this thing. It's got a decent bit of health, which is to be expected from this. Right off the bat, we get the left back engine. It explodes, starts flickering and sparking. Then we keep on laying some fire into it, and eventually we should see something else trigger. There we go, some more explosions, some more sparks, so keep it going. We'll see what the final damage states look like on this thing. Another explosion, that time on the back. The entire thing is sparking like crazy, smoke effects everywhere. Another one. A few more explosions. Can't say for sure, but it almost looks like its idle animation is bobbing around a lot more. In fact, no, I can almost guarantee it. It is moving around quite a bit. Alright, I'll keep it going. There you go. Wow, nothing left. A bit surprising there, but that sound effect when it was going into the destruction mode was way different from any of the other vehicles that I've heard so far. That was a little bit crazy. Alright then, I'm gonna play some footage of me flying this around without any commentary so you can hear the sounds and get some nice clean footage of it, because I think that's always a bit of fun. But before I do, I want to remind you to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and to subscribe if you want to see more Halo Infinite mods and Master Chief Collection mods. Now then, let me hop in this bad boy. Alright, this has been me flying the Banished Phantom. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, once again, please do leave a like and subscribe for more Halo Infinite mods like this. That's all for today, though. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I also hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.